Collective. Thank you again for tuning in to our last of our Latina Force live series. We have spent a wonderful, wonderful month celebrating Women's History Month by turning in a spotlight on the achievements of a new generation of professional women. I'm Suleidis, and today we are going out with a bang. We have the pleasure of celebrating with Ashley K. Stoyanov Ojeda. She is an acclaimed business development strategist recognized by Refinery 29, Nasdaq, Forbes, and most recently, she was featured in People en Español. Congrats, Ashley. In her debut book, Jefa in Training, the first Spanglish business launching toolkit, her book is a top seller on Amazon. And today we're giving one lucky attendee a free copy of her book. If you want it, all you have to do is put a reply in the comments section with your name and where you're tuning in from. And at the end of this live episode, we'll announce the winner. Ashley, congrats again on People en Español. You're really taking the world by storm. Congrats. How's your week going? And where are you tuning in from?
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. I'm actually home, which is kind of rare. I'm usually out and about, but I'm home. This is my wonderful background. Home is Gresham. It's a little bit outside of Portland, Oregon, but I just put up this new background and I'm obsessed with it. It's actually a cobija from Mexico. It's like a handmade blanket.
I love it. It's so cute. Is that a bird there I see?
Es un colibrí.
Un colibrí, qué lindo. Well, Ashley, I have a quick round of questions that I always ask Latinas and Latinos that I always run into. You ready for a fire round?
Let's do it.
All right. First question, tacos or tamales?
Tamales.
Okay. Café con leche or cortadito?
Cortadito.
I'm a café con leche girl, but that's okay. Cortadito has its time too in the afternoon. It's a great pickup. How about dulce de leche or flan?
Flan.
My mom makes a good one. Selena or Shakira?
Selena.
Everyone chooses Selena. She is the queen.
Like, no shade. That one was a hard one. But
no, I mean, they're both great. They're both great. Okay, now let's get a little bit more into the nitty-gritty. Congratulations on the 1-year anniversary of Jefa in Training. What inspired you to write Jefa in Training, and what do you hope readers get away from it?
I was inspired by a lot of different reasons. Number one is that my first entrepreneurship venture was actually a nonprofit that I developed kind of by accident right after college, and it grew very, very quickly. So I had to learn a lot in a very short amount of time. And I found that a lot of the resources that I was looking for in order to be able to grow my business were not written or were not created by people I could relate to. People that had an extreme amount of financial privilege, maybe were not first gen, so they had a lot more connections or access to resources that I didn't. And so I really wanted to be able to write a guide that could help people, but also that they could relate to, because for myself, it's so much easier to be inspired by someone that you can actually say, oh, well, they grew up like me, their parents are like mine, and I if they can do it, I can do it. And so that was the whole reasoning behind the book. And if there's anything that people take away from the book, I hope it's that they see what's possible. It does, of course, have all these different technical elements, right? Like how to do market research, budgeting, marketing tactics, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But we also have these amazing features and tips by other successful Latinas, not just my story, right? And also some case studies in the book. So you're not just getting my POV from the book, you're getting thoughts from other amazing leaders like Maribek from The Mujerista and Ana from We All Grow. And that's just mentioning a few of them, right? And so I really hope that by seeing all of these or by hearing about all these success stories and tips, people can really find their way.
Thank you. So how was that experience sharing your book with the world? How's that been for you?
It's been wild. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm still processing. Like the book has been out for a year, but I think the beginning of this year, like this whole first quarter has been me kind of laying low and just processing because
Hmm.
last year was like the book I didn't know what was gonna happen, right? I was just like, I'm gonna put this book out into the world and see if it takes off. And it took off in a way that I didn't expect. I didn't know if I was going to be doing in-person touring because of COVID and just life. And I ended up being gone almost half the year last year, just doing different events all over the place. So it's just been really incredible to connect with people, especially in person, and actually see the impact of the book and hear about it. I've been very lucky to hear from fans of the book saying how the book has helped them and I'm just letting you all know right now, if you've read the book or any book, truly, like, reach out to the author and tell them. I think a lot of the times people are scared to reach out to authors because 'cause they're like, "Oh, I don't wanna bother them." They probably hear from so many people. You won't be bothering us. Actually, we need that to keep going. So definitely let us know if our work has impacted you because at the end of the day, we're creatives and artists just like you all, and it's nice to hear the impact of what we're doing.
Thank you. Yeah, I definitely I'm one of those people that are like, I wish I could reach out, but no, they're too busy. So I'll do that for the next book that I read. So a book after all is a legacy, and it's the history that you leave behind. And in some of your posts and in some of your media, you mentioned that every book sold is an opportunity to inspire another change maker to create their own legacy. How does this tie up to your mission as an advocate of women and people of color?
I mean, I think that entrepreneurship definitely can be for everyone, but there's a lot of variables within that, right? I think everyone has at least some skills that they can develop or maybe that they've already been developing for quite some time that they can turn into, something that they can use to start their own business. And I do think that having these businesses that we own, right, are a really great way to sorry, that's my dog. I
No
felt
worries.
and so, I think that every time someone starts a business, they are on their way to kind of close the wealth gap a little bit because they have the opportunity to make money that's theirs, right? And at the end of the day, like, maybe it'll take a little bit longer to grow something, but
It's cute. Don't worry
he's
about
been
it.
so good for the last year, and just today he decided he needs to throw a tantrum. That's Henry. You can follow him
Hi,
on
Henry.
Instagram at Henry Hates Everybody. Uh, um, so yeah, like I was saying, it's an opportunity to close the wealth gap just a little bit and to also leave a legacy for our families. And that's something that I never saw as an option for myself. My parents were not entrepreneurs. They know nothing about entrepreneurship. I'm not sure how far I would have to go back to to see where there were entrepreneurs in my family.
Mhm.
So I was just never told that this could be something that I could do. And now that I'm doing it and things are growing and growing and growing, I want everyone to know what this feels like. If that makes sense.
It does. It does. So would you say that writing a book is similar to launching a business? How would you compare those two?
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. Well, okay, let me start by saying it really depends on what kind of book you're writing and also what you want that book to do for you.
Mhm.
So for me from the very beginning, like I think probably since I was a kid, I knew that I was going to be an author one day. I didn't know what kind of book or when it would happen for me, but I knew that I was going to write books. And just because I've always loved writing. And I also knew that book sales were not going to be what makes me money because facts for all of you in case you don't know, I actually don't get paid a whole lot for book sales.
Hmm.
And I'll be very transparent right now and say every time you buy a book online for 22.99, I make about $1.45.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That being said, 100% worth it,
Hmm.
because you have to see it as a tool that you can use in order to grow your business. And it happened to me where as soon as the book came out, all these people who had never once reached out to me for strategy sessions were all of a sudden interested, because you write a book and people see you as an expert in something. And it's just a tool to continue building that thought leadership, because you have something tangible now that people can pick up and read through and see, okay, well, this is her view on business, and this must be how she helps her clients grow through these frameworks and tools, because that is 100% correct. My book is definitely a great introduction to how I see business and how I work with clients. And it kind of just grows from there. And then of course there's the speaking opportunities and things like that. And I think that when I launched the book, my business model definitely had to change, because I had to allow for time for those speaking engagements and like content creation engagements that I was doing because of the book. And so it's definitely like you're starting a whole other business to be an author.
Right. Yeah. It sounds like a lot of work, but I mean, you're a published author. That's gonna count for something, right? So, any advice for anyone who wants to or who is consider writing a book as a tool to advance their business? What is the first thing that you would recommend for? Let's say I'm writing a book.
Mm-hmm. I think you need to first figure out who you're writing the book for. That is very, very important. And then your goals for the book, right? Like, do you want the book to get you more clients? Do you want the book to get you speaking engagements? And you, at the end of the day, have to start building this personal brand as an author. Much like if you were to start a business, you would have to start building that brand and your brand community and things like that. It's the same thing. I've
Mhm.
actually I've been starting to work with developing authors, which is very, very exciting. And I think that I've challenged people to go through HIFON training, but instead of putting a business in the worksheets, like develop your brand as an author and see how the book can help you do that, because the elements are the same. It's just how you think of it is a little bit different.
Hmm. I might just start writing my own book now. Thank you.
I would love that.
So it sounds like you're doing a lot. You're doing speaking engagements. You're being featured by people in Espanol, Forbes, you name it. What's your self-care like? How do you take care of yourself while you're doing all of that?
All right, here's where I'm going to come clean a little bit. That is not my strong suit. And
No one.
I've been saying that for the last year, and I want to say that I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I actually take days off now.
Yay.
I take vacations. I've already taken 2 vacations this year. So I do think that just getting out of my house is a really, really good step for me. I actually just came back from a retreat that I co-hosted with one of my very best friends here in Oregon. She's an indie pop artist. Her name is Kingsley, but she's also certified in breathwork and meditation and has her own marketing agency. And she and I led 13 women on this weekend journey of connecting to your business, but also connecting to yourself. So yes, we worked really hard, and during our work days we did a lot of strategy work, but in the mornings we definitely allowed ourselves to do meditations and breath work and just kind of be grateful and journal. And I really liked starting my mornings like that. I know I will never be a morning workout person, but a morning breath work and meditation person, I think I could get into that. So that is something I'm definitely trying to keep up with. And yeah, and also just like trying to find more hobbies. I haven't actually played music in like 6 years, and I start piano lessons next week, so I'm very excited for that.
Nice.
But I think we just need to get out of our own heads, and whatever we can do that with. Like we just need to find what that is, and sometimes it takes trial and error. I think finding a hobby that we don't want to monetize is really hard for people like me. And I think also the key for me has been to find things that we enjoy doing, but that maybe we're not that good at. So yeah, I don't want to give advice on finding a hobby because I haven't really been able to find mine yet, but I will keep you all posted.
I appreciate that. Yeah, definitely self-care. You know, as rising Latinos and Latinas, we often put a lot of pressure on ourselves to perform and honor our parents and our family who traveled all the way here, and now we got to make something out of ourselves. So self-care is definitely a struggle for me, and I think for many people. So thank you for your honesty. That really resonates with me. Going back to the hobby conversation, you mentioned that you're going to take piano lessons coming up, but do you have any other unique hobbies or interests that bring a smile to your face?
I really enjoy cooking when I have the time. Like over
What's
the
your signature
holidays.
dish?
Well, I don't know if I have a signature dish yet, but I
Okay.
will brag a little bit because I'm super proud of myself. Over the holidays, I did make tamales, like literally like everything from scratch. And then I also made mole from scratch too. I bought like the 8 million ingredients. I still have them in my pantry. I haven't made it since Christmas, and it came out so good.
You just
However,
made my mouth water, so
but
I'm just jealous.
I'm one of those people who looks at a recipe once and then I'm just like, well, I'll just figure it out. Like the rest, like especially if I don't have something, I won't go back to the store and get it. I'll just like make it work. So I semi improvised the mole and it came out so good. So now I'm just a little bit worried that I won't be able to recreate it because I don't know exactly what I did. But I mean, that's the fun of it, right? We gotta have
Right.
it.
Yeah, that's what I tell my wife too. Cooking is like an art. It's never the
It
same
is.
twice. So
It is.
so okay, so in honor of Women's History Month, which is ending, I'm sad about it, but in honor of Women's History Month, if you had a chance to dine with an influential Latina from history, alive or dead, who would it be and why?
Oh man, this is such a hard one.
Like,
And I know we were literally just talking about her, but she's been on my mind recently just because I think that if she were alive today, like, or if she had been given the opportunity to be alive for longer, like so many things, so many more doors could have been opened for Latinas in so many different industries. I think I would have to say Selena, like for real, like that would be. I mean, also because, I started in music, like, that would be super impactful for me just to be able to have a conversation with her about, like, the status of Latinas in music and, like, how we think we can open more doors for Latinas in other different creative industries. When I was writing my book, I'd noticed what a lack of representation there is in publishing as well, and I just want all of our Latina creatives to have the same opportunities as everyone else, and I would love to have a conversation with her about that.
definitely, she's an icon and a repeat. I think a couple of our previous interviewees also chose her. She is an icon. She's
I mean,
unforgettable. Uh, so, Ashley, do you have any upcoming projects or initiatives? Are you writing a new book? Tell us. Give us the
oh,
deets. We'd love to hear what you're up to so we can support you.
oh, the chisme. Okay.
Yeah, give us a
So
chisme.
I can't quite answer that question about the book just yet.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, I would love to, but all I'm gonna say is that publishing takes a really, really long time. So we'll see. Just sign up for my newsletter, which is free, and you'll obviously be kept in the loop about all of that stuff. But in terms of things that I have going on right now, a couple of weeks ago, I announced my Jefa retreat for this year, which is in October, October 23rd. That week, I'm taking some Jefas to Huatulco, which, if you don't know, is off the coast of Oaxaca in Mexico. And the focus of the programming is going to be thought leadership. So we're going to be building thought leadership strategies for all of the Jefas who attend, and also just enjoy some beach time at our all-inclusive resort. So I'm very, very excited about that. I also just launched my Pitch Yourself course, which talks all about how to properly pitch yourself to clients, to media, for partnerships, and all those opportunities. And that's one of the first of hopefully many courses I will be launching on Teachable.
Nice.
Um, and then I haven't officially announced it yet, but I'm going to do it today. I'm coming to New York. So if any of you watching are in New York, I do have an event coming up on April 30th. I love collaborating with my clients, and one of my mastermind clients, her name is Emily Jimenez. She leads cacao ceremonies. So we're going to be doing a collaborative event where she helps people set intentions during the cacao ceremony, and then we'll be going through a business strategy and growth workshop. So that's April 30th in Brooklyn, from 11:30 to 2 p.m. And then we'll be doing some networking. There's an opportunity for us to have like an in-person mastermind at that event too, just to like brainstorm as a group, work your challenges out with me, and I'm super, super excited about it.
Sounds like you got a busy month coming up.
Yes.
That's great. That's great. Ashley, it's been an honor to have you, and it's been an honor to have all of our interviewees this month. It's been enlightening, it's been educational, it's been insightful, and you have made the end of our Women's History Month series a great one. I'm going to start writing a book, so thank you for that. And now we are going to announce the winner of the book. We have here, let's see, LinkedIn user NYC. Well, congratulations, you're the winner. Reach out to Next Gen Collective on Instagram or LinkedIn, or personally to me if you want to share just your name and your address so that we can give you Ashley's book. Ashley, again, it's been such an honor. And here's where we end it. But remember, you guys, women's history is not made just 1 month. It's made all year round. And it's been just a blast to have all of you tune in, and all of the interviewees. If you missed any of the past lives, don't worry. We are putting them all on Hispanic Executives YouTube channel. So check them out there. And don't forget to join our Discord channel. We're going to continue the conversation. We're going to continue the introductions, and we're going to continue using the server to connect you to one another. Ashley, see you in the next one.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.